Welcome to another day in paradise, people. I have got a video that I haven't done for a while today, which is going to be a voiceover on a workout, and I'm not really going to give much of an introduction, to be honest with you. Just going to get straight into the workout, and you're going to hear my boring voice over the top of it, so hope you like it. Having another London Muscle product. It's their new pre-workout. Definitely go and get your hands on something. They've got two flavours. They've got the berry burst and I think pink lemonade, both of which taste unbelievable, and you'll be buzzing if you have it. So links in the description below. Yeah, gonna take this, gonna do a workout, and then I'll continue the rest of the video. So welcome to this shoulder workout. But I just want to get started by saying that I styled my hair because I had an audition for Grease in the afternoon. No, that's a joke. Anyway, shoulders today, and I'm just starting with a very, very lightweight. I think I've got about 4 kilogram dumbbells there, and I'm just doing a warm-up. What I'm doing here is just making sure that everything is moving nice and free. I've got nothing that's, you know, hurting me or any niggles or anything like that. Just getting the shoulders moving, make sure they're nice and flexible, blood's full in the muscles and all that sort of thing. Your typical warm-up, just making sure that I am mobile and I'm not going to injure myself when I actually get into lifting some serious weight. So yeah, nothing in particular, just moving the weight around, some rotations here for rotator cuffs, and that's pretty much it. So I'll go into the first exercise, which is actually a superset. And I superset lat raises as an isolation exercise with shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press, which you'll see in a second. Teaching points for the lat raises to just keep your feet to a point where you're nice and balanced, so don't have them ridiculously wide. You can have them narrow if you'd like. Mine are fairly narrow there. And as you saw there, I had a slight bend on my arm, which I never used to do. I used to always have straight arms, but definitely will encourage you to have a slight bend in your arm, because I feel that takes the pressure off of your elbow and focuses more on shoulder. So superset, meaning I'm jumping straight from one exercise into another with no or minimal rest, and I'm just doing this on the bench. No reason in particular other than there was a bench there and I fancied to sit down. Could do it standing up. You could also do this with barbell, but I wanted the additional movement here of being able to bring the dumbbells in above my head for the additional contraction on my shoulders. So the next exercise I moved into was an upright row. Again, keep my feet fairly close together or shoulder width apart. I wouldn't go stupidly wide, just make sure that you're nice and stable. And I then grip the bar so that my hands are roughly shoulder width apart. You can go slightly wider or narrow if you want, just whatever feels most comfortable, whatever feels most contraction on your shoulders. I'm then rowing it up towards my sternum. I wouldn't encourage you going any higher really than your sternum. You just need to keep as straight back as possible and drive the weight up to your sternum and control it on the way down. Don't just let it drop. Now, with most of the isolation exercise out the way, I then jump into looking at a nice compound movement. So similar, very similar to the shoulder press that I did at the beginning. The only difference is this is on a machine, which means my hands should really stay the same distance apart from one another throughout the movement. And I just keep my feet planted on the floor, keep a nice straight back, keep my elbows slightly ahead of my shoulders, and make sure that I am pressing with as much force as possible and controlling the move on the way down. So what I also did on this exercise to create some overload and to really get my shoulders screaming and feel the burn is I did a drop set. Now, for those of you that don't know what a drop set is, what this will be is where you do a normal set, as many reps as you can do. So I think I do about 8 reps here. And then when I can't do any more, I simply drop the weight, as you'll see me do now, boom, and I then lower the weight and go again with no rest. You can do, I'm gonna say as many drop sets as you like, but I would aim for around 3 or 4. You're probably gonna run out, unless you're doing like stupid weight, you're gonna run out of weights anyway and you're just not gonna be able to move anymore. So 3 or 4 drops I think is sensible, and you will struggle to do any more than that. So I think I'll do 3 here, and it just really just creates overload on the muscle to really get that, you know, make sure they're fully fatigued. So the next exercise that I move on to, ensuring I hit all 3 parts of the shoulder. So you've got your anterior, which is the front of your shoulder, you've got your lateral, which is the side of your shoulder, and then you've got your posterior, which is the back of your shoulder, which you can see working here. So what I do, feet close together, I'm sat on a bench here obviously, feet planted and close together, and then what I will do is make sure that I focus on throwing my hand outward. So rather than trying to row it backwards, you're going to be involving a lot more of your back if you do that. So what you do is you place your chest on your knees, and then you concentrate on trying to throw the dumbbells away from you. Don't let go of them though, because you'll probably get kicked out of the gym. So just imagine that you're trying to throw the dumbbells to the top corners of the roof of the gym, but keep hold of them, and you should be targeting the rear delts. But yeah, keep your hands nice and high as well. If you bring them too low, you're going to be working more your lats. Next exercise is a pretty clever one actually that my brother came up with. So we want to hit the anterior, which is the front part of the delt. Now you don't want to be giving this too much attention, because majority of people do a hell of a lot of pressing. You do bench press, you do shoulder press, which is focusing a lot on the anterior part of your deltoid. So just a little bit of isolation work at the end here. As you see, what I'm doing is I'm holding the weight with one hand as I am then doing reps with the other. So I was doing 5 reps on each side twice around, so it should be 10 reps on each arm for one set, if that makes sense. Hopefully the pictures tell a better story of this. So you just hold the weight and try and keep it as parallel with the floor as you can. The other thing as well, which I noticed whilst doing it, is having a slight bend in the elbow is very important. If you have a completely straight elbow, then you can almost lock it in, so the stress on the shoulder when you're holding the weight out isn't as hard. So definitely keep a slight bend in your elbow and try and hold it as parallel to the floor as you can. For those of you that are more observant, you'll notice that I haven't actually moved from the intro to the outro of this video. But thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I do hope this video is going to be useful. It's a shoulder workout that I've used many times, and it's entirely free. It's yours. I don't want anything for it. Please, honestly, take it. It's free. I just want to reiterate that hitting the subscribe button doesn't cost you anything, it doesn't tie you into anything at all. It is just a means of showing your support for the channel. So if you do like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see, please subscribe and I will continue to release some content for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.